whether their doctors have told them don't take it because you already have antibodies, you have too many antibodies, the vaccine is going to make you sick. Whether it's doctors who tell their patients, you better not take the vaccine, your cancer's in remission, the vaccine can weaken you and bring it back. Again and again and again, it appalls me that Dr. Biden decides to weigh in and knows better what for these people than what their own doctors do. Not to mention there's plenty of things on the internet, which may be true even though they try to take them down and keep us in the dark, indicating that some people, very articulate people, believe the vaccines are not for you anyway and there are other ways to deal with the problem. It is such a gross grab of power to think you can tell other people what you have to do with your own body.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. Fascinating. Seems to not be a fan of the government telling people what they can and can't do with their own bodies. By the way, he's so extreme in his anti-abortion, anti-reproductive rights stance that Grothman has received a 0% rating from the pro-choice nonprofit NARAL, which doesn't surprise me. But hey, when it comes to the vaccine, he wants to make sure that you have the right to do whatever you want to do with your body, even though we're talking about a deadly pandemic.
So let's see who's consistent and who isn't. He says you should have a blanket right to do what you want with your body. Does he actually believe that? Of course not. So he doesn't believe that a woman should be allowed to control his body. But also, I would wager that if you ask him about marijuana, drugs, 1,000 other things, gay marriage, gay adoption, etc. No. You're not allowed to do that, or that with your body. But hey, my party has lost its mind, so we're going to try to get you to not take a life-saving vaccine. All of a sudden, I care about your the freedom of your body and your control over it, right? So now that's the Republicans. Now, how about us? Are we principled? Well, we say you should be able to do anything you want with your body as long as it doesn't affect anyone else. That's an easy principle, right? So if you're any type of sex you want to have at it. It ain't my business. You want to smoke this, you want to drink that, that's not my business. And if you're pregnant, if the fetus inside you has become an independent living being, meaning that he can survive outside the womb, you've gotten to viability, then we say, whoa, that affects someone. Then you can no longer do what you want because that's two independent human beings. But until then, it's dependent on the mother, and the mother can, of course, do whatever she wants with her body. So we're perfectly consistent. And then, so you say, well, how about the vaccine? You're making people take it, and that goes into their body. But guys, we've done that forever in this country, and it's because when you have a disease that is contagious, yes, we have to protect not just ourselves, but the community from it. So it's like saying, well, just because I have rabies doesn't mean you have the right to treat it. I think I should get to bite you whenever I want when I have rabies. No, the government protects us from activities that you do that affect us. You can't punch someone else in the face, and you can't give them a contagious disease.
Yeah. Do you see all these homeless people around? Are they dead in the streets of COVID? Hell no. Why?
But I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
Just love that. You can probably hear Edwin laughing. Edwin's the one who told me about this video initially this morning. So if you couldn't make out, she said, why are all these homeless people dead in the streets? And he said, because I'm vaccinated, you dumb F. Just the best, Adrian. I apologize, Adrian. What are your thoughts? I need to collect myself.
Hey, I still like it that the unhoused people in LA that they got, they're quick on it. That's fantastic. I just don't understand people out here nowadays. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I love the response, the quick narration there. But anyway, it is a serious topic, not just anti-vaccine misinformation. That's serious. You get that we take that seriously at this point. But also the situation of the unhoused, both in terms of access to vaccination, so that individual is vaccinated. But according to the LA County Department of Public Health, the rate is pretty big between the unhoused and the county at large. 43.5% for the unhoused, 60.6% for county residents overall. So that is there's a fairly big gap. And one study has showed that the mortality rate of homeless people in New York was 75% higher than the city's rate during the pandemic. So like for her, it's a punchline, I guess. Or it's even darker than that. She's trying to imply that if it hasn't killed even the homeless, how could it possibly be serious? But it has been killing a lot of unhoused individuals, and it has left many with long-term side effects. So the reality is a lot darker than the sort of attempted co-opting of this individual by that one person.